Hello, I'm James Judd, and it's my real pleasure to be here conducting the Cinderella program. So we have three composers on our program, Ravel, Prokofiev, of course, and Mendelssohn. And these music that we've chosen, all these pieces, have in common a kind of storytelling. They have in common a kind of fantasy. We have music of sleep sometimes, you know, the Mendelssohn Nocturne, which is a dreamy music. The little Ravel piece we're playing is a kind of, again, a kind of dream of funny creatures sometimes, a dream of instruments being played by, or nutshells, you know, funny colors. And I think that the orchestration, the genius of the orchestration of each composer comes shining through. And remember the youthfulness of this music, and that Mendelssohn, for example, when he was 12 years old, was composing symphonies for strings, you know. Ravel is thinking of childhood all the time as an adult. And of course, Prokofiev is doing the same thing. And the wonderful thing about music and the wonderful thing about being a musician is that we never grow up. Well, you know, this music of Prokofiev is so colourful. It takes us on an incredible journey through the story of Cinderella. It's a story that sort of shows all of us that even from difficult circumstances we can have great transformation and success in our lives. It's a beautiful story, a very optimistic story. And this music is so magical because Prokofiev was a master of orchestration. He knew how to make every instrument sound by itself beautiful and how to put one instrument together with another, a percussion instrument with a flute or a flute with a cello, to make this incredible transparent texture. And you can kind of see the pictures in your mind. Even if you want to have pictures of your own, you can see pictures when you hear this music. It really is magical. When I grew up in England, a little town, guess what? We had no television till I was about 12, something like that. And so I listened a lot to the radio. They had a very good radio where they told stories. And so what I remember was the magic for myself of creating my own pictures when a story was told to me, whether it was a fairy tale or something else. And I think that's something very special. And I think it's something we've got to think about in our lives today, because we're in a very visual world, and a world of tremendous speed, text messaging and brevity in a way. And music and stories, fairy tales, gives us time for our imaginations. And it's very, very important. And also music teaches us and encourages us to listen to one another. And that's important as well, you know, to learn to listen to words, to listen to people's opinions, people who look different from us. And that's what music teaches us. And to dream of fairy tales, to dream of our own lives.
Do you have a question for the conductor? Post a comment or video on the Little Orchestra Society's Facebook page.